Hi, I'm in a different classroom today, but I wanted to share the Storybook Knight because this has a lot of mythological creatures and we're talking a little bit about stories and myth and mythological creatures. And I like this one quite a bit because there's also a really fun rhythmic rhyming pattern to it that I want you to see if you can pay attention to. So this is called the Storybook Knight because even dragons love a good story, and it's by Helen Docherty and Thomas Docherty, and they are also the author and illustrator of the Snatch book, which is a fun one as well, but doesn't have as many mythological creatures. So look at these bookend pages here. Talk about mythological creatures. This is a Sourcebooks and Jabberwocky publishing. The Storybook Knight. What is Leo holding here? Leo is a mouse after my own heart. Leo, my friend Leo, was a gentle knight in thought and word and deed. While other knights liked fighting, Leo liked to sit and read. So notice in this first paragraph, what are some words that rhyme? Look at this word here, knight and fight, although they make it fighting, so it's not a perfect rhyme, but deed and read, look at those words again. Knight, fight, deed, read. Those have the same ending sound. So we're going to be listening for those same ending sounds as we learn about some of these mythological creatures and Leo's love of reading. He was kind to every creature. He wouldn't hurt a fly. When Mom and Dad said, "Knights must fight," he couldn't quite see why. Why must I fight? Why? One morning, Leo's parents said they'd like to have a chat. There's nothing wrong with reading, but he couldn't just do that. They'd seen an ad that morning in their favorite magazine. A dragon needed taming. Leo wasn't very keen. Nonsense. You'll enjoy it. It'll stop you getting bored. In case the dragon's scary, here's a brand new shield and sword. Sword, board. To see what other words that you can find that rhyme. Leo packed some sandwiches and lots of books, of course. Then with a sigh, he saddled up old Ned, his faithful horse. He hadn't traveled far, though the sun had risen high, when suddenly a fearsome creature swooped down from the sky. It had a lion's body, but it had an eagle's wings. A griffin, marveled Leo, who had read about such things. This is a griffin. That's one of the mythological creatures that we might be learning about. "Come on," snarled the griffin. "I dare you to fight." "I'd rather not," said Leo. "It wouldn't be quite right. I've got my brand new sword with me, so I'd be bound to win it. But how about a story with some pictures of you in it?" "Yes, please," the griffin nodded. He was really rather vain. Vain means that he thinks very highly of himself and likes the way he looks. So Leo read a book or two, once, twice, and then again. "It's yours to keep," said Leo as he clambered back on Ned. "Oh, thank you," cried the griffin, and he bowed his noble head. So he's part eagle and part lion. Leo rode for hours, though the heat was quite extreme. Then stopped to have his picnic by a welcome mountain stream. Think of those ending sounds, extreme and stream. "Who dares to trespass on my bridge?" inquired a hungry troll. There's another mythological creature. "It's only me," said Leo. "Would you like to share my roll? Do you think trolls eat bread rolls?" The troll just laughed. "No thanks," he growled. "I think I'll just eat you." But Leo said, "My armor's pretty difficult to chew." Maybe you don't want to eat a bunch of metal. I've got a brilliant book, though. If you'll hang on just a minute, it's full of juicy goats, and look, it's even got you in it. That sounds good," the troll replied, his hungry put on hold. So Leo read the story, with some minor changes, truth be told. "It's yours to keep," said Leo, as he clambered back on Ned. "Oh, thank you," cried the grateful troll, and bowed his heavy head. I heard head and Ned. What other rhyming words did you notice on these pages? Leo kept on riding through that long, hot afternoon. At last he came upon a town as empty as the moon. There were leaves burnt on every tree, the grass and flowers too. He'd seen some messy streets before, but this was something new. Faces peered from windows, folks too scared to go outside. He trotted bravely onward. "Hey, watch out!" the people cried. What he saw around the corner set him shaking in his shoes. The most enormous dragon who'd just awoken from a snooze. He does not look very friendly, but I do like shoes and snooze. The dragon raised his eyebrows. "Not another pesky knight." "Don't worry," Leo told him. "I haven't come to fight. I've got the most amazing book with loads of dragons in it. But it's going in the trash unless you clean up right this minute." That dragon had made a huge mess of their town. "Oh, don't do that," the dragon cried. "I'll clean it up right now, but I'm really bad at tidying. Perhaps you'll show me how?" So Leo taught the dragon how to shovel, scoop, and clear, and one by one the townsfolk all began to lose their fear. "Now can I have my story?" begged the dragon on his knees. So Leo read the book 6 times. A dragon's hard to please. "It's yours to keep," said Leo as he clambered back on Ned. "Oh, thank you," cried the dragon as he bowed his scaly head. Let me make sure you can see this dragon. I like to be read to. Do you read stories at home? When Leo reached his home at last, the cheers were long and loud. His parents hugged him very tight. "Well done. You've made us proud." Now Leo is a hero. His parents have agreed. He doesn't have to fight at all. He's left in peace to read. Everyone's reading happily. The dragon, the troll, the griffin, the pony, the mice, and the rabbits. And this very eager griffin is hoping that Leo will read him another story. So sometimes mythological creatures might just end up in a storybook, and they can be told in a lot of different ways. I will be sharing some information about Leo and some of his rhyming sentences that we can look at more closely, but thanks for reading this with me today.